I want to talk to you today about remedying somebody stealing your identity because it could happen to you. And if you're reading anything that we do here on Dolans.com, you know that it happened to the Dolans recently when we received a letter from our bank in the mail saying, we've changed your address from this to this. Is that correct? And of course, it wasn't correct. So here's what I did. This is a nice handy dandy little clean way for you to handle it if you think somebody has gotten your identity, stolen a credit card, and could be out there to steal your identity, whatever. First thing you do, contact the credit bureaus. TransUnion, Equifax, Experian. You can either do it online at Experian.com, you know the whole drill there, or by 800 numbers. And what you want to do is you put in your social security number and you get them to put a credit fraud alert on your credit report, which will, in some cases, depending on the credit bureau, get you off of all of those bogus mailing lists that send you all these applications for things that could end up being used by someone else with your name on it, get you off those lists for 6 months, and it will alert somebody who's going to check your credit status that there is a block on there, and they'll have to confirm with you before they go forward. So that's number one. Now, they tell you when you call in, you only have to call one. I called all three of them, and in our case, because there were two people, I entered two social security numbers 3 times for a total of 6. It took a while, but it was well worth it. That's what I did first and foremost. Next, what you want to do is if you see something on your credit card bill, etc., then you pick up your credit card, turn it around, get the 800 number, and call the company. Let them know that there is a bogus charge on there and that you've already put a freeze, not a freeze, but an alert on your credit report. If it's something as dangerous as it was with us, with an actual change of address, contact your local post office to be sure no one's put in a card to change all of your mailing. In our case, where it was just this one particular account that, to be quite honest, we'd forgotten we had. So therefore, you have lines of credit at banks that you've never used, don't intend to use, close them out. Don't leave them open there. They like to encourage you in hopes that maybe you'll get stupid one day and walk in and say, gee, would you give me, $2,000 out of this account? Just close them. So be sure that you do that. And check with, I told you to check with the credit card bureaus. In our case, where there was an actual address of a new place, I contacted the police and filed a police report. If it is something really egregious where there are big problems happening to you, not just the suspicion that somebody might be trying to use your identity, by all means, contact the police, file a report. They'll tell you it isn't all that important, but going forward, if some creditor tries to come after you, you've got the proof that you were Johnny on the spot when the information was made aware to you. So you file that police report, keep it. Keep detailed notes of everything that you do. And also contact the Federal Trade Commission. You can do it either by calling 1-877-ID-THEFT or online at ftc.gov. They've got a whole laundry list of things to do. They will walk you through the process. I told you about contacting your local post office, and document everything, and don't lose that. And might I also add that you get a 3-month gratis credit alert on your credit report. You may want to keep note of the date so that when the 3 months are up, you just continue to add that onto there so that you'll always have some degree of protection. It's not foolproof, but it certainly is helpful to you. One other thing, and this I get from a dear friend of ours by the name of John Crudell, who is a business writer for the New York Post. Made my hair curl. It'll do the same to you. You get those little, freebie, pre-approved credit applications in the mail and you don't want it. Well, hopefully nobody just throws it wholesale into the trash anymore. But does this, right? Makes a few pieces, figures, okay, I'm safe, throws it in the garbage. John Crudell, the business writer at the Post, ripped up an application from American Express then took it and taped it all back together, filled it in, mailed it into American Express, and they sent him a card. So he called them up and informed them what they had done. This is how badly they want your credit business. They'll take ripped up pieces of paper filled out with your name and address on it and send you cards. He did it a second time a year later when he did get another pre-approved application from American Express, ripped it up, taped it back up, and changed the mailing address on it, got a post office box, and he went to that post office box, and you guessed it, American Express was in that box. So get a shredder, a crosscut shredder, so this cannot be done to you. Good luck.